Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Barn on 11970. Thank you for watching my video. All right, guys, I wanted to give you a couple of more items that you may not know about that use silver. Now, these are areas where you will probably never get that silver back. So this is one of the things I'm talking about when it comes to metals like silver, that I know there's plenty of silver out there. I'm not suggesting that it's going to be gone tomorrow. But what I am saying is there's lots of different ways that we use silver to where it's just not something that we will ever extract. So the other video I made gave a couple of examples, so I want to give some more. These are things that most people may not even know actually contain silver. And of course, I'll post the link, but there's many links that you can actually look up. Just Google the word products that require silver. Here's a couple of them that I'm going to list. All right, one is antifreeze. Antifreeze actually does contain silver in it. Now, I don't know anybody out there that goes around collecting silver from antifreeze. So anybody that's ever used antifreeze in their car, they have to keep refilling it, and they don't really pull out any silver scrap from it. So once that's used, it's gone. There are articles of clothing that actually use silver. Like for example, socks. So let me ask anybody out there, anybody want to get some construction workers' socks that they've used for 5 years and go and try and extract the silver out of those? Good luck with that. There are certain medicines and equipment that doctors use that require silver. For example, when I was a teenager, I think I was around somewhere around 14 or 15. No, actually, it was around 15. I was working at McDonald's and I had some coffee. A coffee pot fell over onto my leg, causing between second and third degree burns. And when I went to the hospital, they gave me, I think it was called silver nitrate. It's a cream, it's a white cream that actually has silver in it, and they use it for its antibacterial properties. So that's one thing right there. Again, you're not going to be getting any of that silver back. Things like satellites. How many satellites are, hovering around the Earth right now? How many have been destroyed and they don't go and retrieve them, so they basically float around until they come crashing down? This is silver that's not going to be brought back. Um, Believe it or not, there are fuses. They have silver in them. Now, how many people know when they blow a fuse on something, they tend to just throw it out? Not many people know that there's silver in it, and they don't even extract it. So that's more silver gone. Rechargeable and quartz batteries have silver in them. Now, most people keep things like rechargeable batteries, but the quartz batteries, most of the time when they're done, people just throw them out. But again, even if you have a rechargeable battery, you're using it, so you're not trying to extract the silver from it. Now, here's one that I thought was actually funny, because you know how many people say things like, you can't eat silver? Well, apparently you can. Well, colloidal silver is the one people know about, but what some people don't know about is actually there is some silver in food coloring. Now, not the food coloring in the United States, because it's not allowed in the United States, but in countries in Europe and around the rest of the world, they actually use some silver in food coloring. So I guess you can eat silver. So these are, and there's many other examples of ways that silver is used by the industries, and you will never get it back. And some of them you just really don't ever want to get them back. Like I said, anybody want to go silver diving in some old man's socks, good luck with that. So the point is, there is a lot of silver out there, but not as much as people think when it comes to the investment industry. So when you're talking about all the lifetime of silver ever mined, only about 6 ounces per person would fulfill the total supply. That means taking away all the solar panels, all the water purification, all the different ways that silver can be used, and just taking all that silver and converting it into bullion bars and coins. There would be enough for everyone in the world to each have approximately 6 ounces of silver. So if you think that's a lot, then don't invest in silver. I really think that this is one of the potential boomers for the future once they stop manipulating it. Because throughout the history of silver, the average ratio between silver and gold was 15 to 1. But because they're manipulating it by flooding the market every time with paper silver, which they say they have backed up by physical silver, it stays low. But let's also look at it this way. Look at the history of the price of silver. When have you ever seen it start to raise up above the average level, which the average level was around $3, and stay that way for several years? Now, the crash in 1980, you're talking about, it started going up around 1979, and it started going down again in 1981. And then you never saw it that way again until about 2008, when it hit the $20 mark. So we've had now almost half a century. If it lasts above 30 throughout this year, I'm sorry, not half a century, half a decade, I apologize, of having silver above $20. So people are starting to get used to that being the regular price. And the fact that it's lasted that many years is showing that people are fine with those type of prices. So they're getting used to that. So I just really can't see emotionally how they could ever want to drop silver to $10 like some people are still claiming. Because the average person sees that the price has been staying consistently over 30 the past couple of years, and has been consistently over 20 since 2008. That if they ever saw it drop to 10, people would flood the market and buy it all up. Now, I know that there are people who sell silver. Obviously, that's what's happening all over the place. But here's the thing. There's not as much as you think there is. There are big numbers, but it's not all used for coins and bars. You're talking roughly about 10% each year goes towards investment purposes. So you can go by the numbers, you can go by your instinct, you can go by what other people tell you, but you do what you think is best for you. If you don't think silver is something that you want to get into, or you don't think it's worthwhile, then find another way to invest. This is plain and simple. Those who watch my channel and who are the regular subscribers know that they have the same agreement with myself of where silver could be potentially headed. If you don't like it, watch somebody else's channel, invest in whatever you want, and, I wish you all the best. So hopefully that'll help. If you have any other places you'd like to talk about with silver that most people may not know about, leave it in the comments section. And remember, guys, we do this for not for investment purposes. We do it to protect ourselves against potential collapses. If we make a little extra money at the end, you know what? Who's going to complain about it? But that's not why I'm into this. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.